from everywhere. It is Monday night, and we are on with Women with Purpose Leveling Up. Here we are, 2023. Oh my goodness, almost to 2024. And so I'm super excited, as you can tell. Keep coming in from everywhere. Like and share, like and share, like and share. Remind all of your friends, all of your sisters, all of your network that here we are on tonight, Monday night, Women with Purpose, from 6 to 6:30. I am so grateful on tonight to be sharing with each of you. So keep coming in from everywhere. I want to, while you're coming in and while you liking and sharing, hello, everybody. While you liking and sharing, I want to say welcome to our new group members. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for coming in with us. I hope that you will stay with us, and I hope that you will continue to enjoy. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Enjoy us on Monday nights, and or whenever we tune in, or just enjoy the information that we share on our Women with Purpose page, or our Bethel Tabernacle page, or our YouTube page. Wherever you are viewing us from, we want to say welcome and thank you for joining in. You also know that you can find us. We're on Instagram as well, so you can follow us on Instagram, called Woman with Purpose on Instagram. So follow us there too. We're always posting some inspirational, some empowerment, having some conversations. And so we are just super excited to be on. We've been doing this actually, I believe, since 2019 or at the beginning of 2020, just when the pandemic hit. And I opened this up, and I'm talking for those of you who are still coming in, and to our new group members. We did this for the simple fact that I wanted to really empower and encourage women from everywhere. So much is going on, and sometimes we as women, we are the ones who kind of keep things together, kind of keep everybody together, keep schedules together, keep life together, keep home together, keep, the children together. And so I wanted to make sure that we were here to help keep you together, and you help keep me together. And I often say that not only am I hoping to encourage you, but just by you joining in on these Monday nights, or you liking and sharing our comments on Facebook or on Instagram, your comments, everything, those are very inspirational to me as well. So I am grateful. I'm grateful for you. And I try to tell you that every Thursday uh, on Thursday, when we give our shout outs and thank you. So I want to thank you. So keep coming in, like and share. And while you're coming in, allow me to also give a big shout out to those of you who joined me on last week, Wednesday and Thursday, for my first class session training that I did on purposefully living on purpose. Sometimes we do things, and it happens just because, or it happened just so happened to have happened. But this life that we are living, to be women and having a purpose, we want to make sure we do it, and do it because this is what we want to happen for ourselves. And so last week we were able to share some fabulous nuggets, and so I'm super excited about all that we were sharing. Every now and then I will continue to post some of those nuggets on our Facebook page, and you'll kind of get a glimpse of what it is that we were talking about. If you were not able to get on with us last Wednesday and Thursday, let me know, and I can share with you some of my notes, and hopefully that will kind of help you put things together. But thank you to all of the many women who did come on with us on last Wednesday and Thursday. And there is a gift for you coming. One of our supporters said that for you coming on with us, they were going to help me to thank you for your support. So thank you in advance for coming on, not just to get a gift, but to also get inspired and to prepare yourself as we leave 2023 to go to 2024, to get yourself ready for this purpose driven life that we're going to live. So thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also always want to make sure that you drive to our website, womanwithpurpose.net, and you'll always find some inspiration there. And you'll also be able to have some one-on-one time with me. Those of you who are looking for a life coach, I am your life purpose coach, Antoinette Bett. And so you can get on there and book some time with me. I'm navigating through some things, trying to make it just a little bit simpler. So you might see a change at how you can book some one-on-one time with me, some sessions with me. And so, but just prepare yourself to look for that. But that is coming. I also want to announce that starting January, we will have a podcast, a Women with Purpose podcast that we're going to upload, and you can follow us. Those of you who do podcasting, so I'm just opening it up, and we're not just going to be in a box to one group of people, but we are going to open it up so that everyone can hear our voice, so that everyone can be empowered by Women with Purpose. So we have some great things in line, some great things coming up. So just keep your eyes and ears open, and just join in, tune in, get in where you fit in, as they say. And I'm sure you will be blessed, and I'm sure it will help you dive into your next level. Today is Monday, and I always want to give you some Monday motivation. And I put on our Monday motivation chat today in our Facebook page, on our Facebook page, about how the storm is passing over. Now, whether this relates to you spiritually or naturally, I don't make any apologies for my spiritual being, my spiritual nature, the anointing that God has placed on my life, because He is first in my life, and I make no apologies for that. But wherever this storm is in your life, whether it's natural or spiritual, I wanted to encourage you this morning. In my time of devotion, I was doing some other things, and I had to ask God to forgive me, because I quickly jumped up and I was doing whatever I was doing, and getting breakfast ready for my husband and doing all these other things, and I didn't give him my devotion like I normally do, and so I had to quickly stop what I was doing, do that. And then I usually get on YouTube and I find me a song, or something that I can just allow it to digest into my spiritual being all day long. And so the first song, it was a praise break. It was a praise break. And it was the praise break that said, "The storm is passing over, hallelujah." And I promise you, I got my dance on right in the middle of my kitchen floor. And and God was just really beginning to speak to me, because as we are leaving this 2023, we've had so many dreams, so many visions, we had so many what we want to happen, and some of those things may have happened for us, for some of us, and maybe some of those things had not happened for us. And it may not have happened because of life, because of circumstances, because of trial, because of tribulation, because of things expected or things unexpected, right? And those things, when it did not happen the way we wanted to happen, or in the timing that we wanted it to happen, it kind of made us fall behind, or it kind of made us lose track of time, or it kind of made us discouraged, or in certain areas of our life, and we didn't cross over, we didn't run through the troops, or we didn't jump over the hurdles. We just kind of got stagnated, and we just kind of got stuck right where we were. But I want you to know that the storm that you are in, the storm that you are going through, stay right there, because it's passing over. You're right at the end of the storm. The worst part is over. The thing that you thought was probably going to take you out is not going to take you out. The thing that probably what that you thought, well, okay, well, this is the final finale of this. No, stay right there. You've come through the worst part of this particular storm of your life. Again, both naturally or spiritually, whatever your storm is. And all of us face stuff. We face stuff with our children, with our families, with our husbands, with our jobs, with our finances. Some of us that are going to school, we're at the last part of the semester, maybe last week or this week that's here now is your last week of the semester. Whatever it is, maybe there's just some personal things that you're dealing with, some personal inner things that you're dealing with, some self things that you are dealing with. Whatever it is, I'm here to tell you on this Monday night, December, I think it's the 18th, this Monday night, to stay right where you are. The storm is passing over, and you can just get your victory in knowing that you're coming out of this. You are coming out of whatever your particular this is. Maybe it's health challenges. You coming out of it. Tell yourself, tell your body, whatever part of your body is ailing you. I had to talk to one of our sisters this week. Whatever part of your body that's ailing you, whatever part of your body that the doctors are trying to diagnose. Even one of my dear daughters, one of my personal daughters, my oldest daughter, the doctor tried to give her some diagnosis this week. Whatever it is that have been spoken over your health, I need you to talk to that particular organ, that particular cell, that particular blood, that particular blood pressure, whatever it is, whatever that diagnosis was from the doctor, or whatever that health challenges you are feeling on your own self. Speak to it now and tell it, we coming out of this. Tell your heart, you need to cooperate as you have been designed to cooperate. You need to beat at the regular beat that God has designed it to be. Blood, you need to regulate the way God has designed it to regulate. Bones, you need to straighten up the way that and do what God has designed you to do. Whatever it is. Finances, speak to your finances and say, I'm coming out of this storm. This is going to be my last day, my last week, my last month, barely making it financially. Speak to it and tell it all to line up, because we coming out. Line up. Line up accordingly. Do it as it has been designed to do. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Children, line up. Husbands, line up. For the men that's on here, wives, line up. Job, line up. Because this particular storm is passing over. I'm coming out of this. And I'm not just coming out of it any kind of way. I'm coming out of it victoriously. This storm is going to cause me to have a testimony like no other. Many of us are facing storms that really, if I had to ride your storm, I may not have made it. If another sister or another brother have had to ride your storm, they may not have made it. But God has allowed you to make it. And you're coming out of it. And whatever area in your life that needs to align itself in its proper place, speak to it. Mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, speak to it. And put some boldness in your voice when you speak to it. Don't ask it. Don't come intimidated by it. No, speak to it and tell it to up, line up. I'm not coming out of this year going into the next year with the same old storm, with the same old issue, with the same old problem. Line up, life line up, health line up, spiritual life line up, children line up, finances line up. Everything in my life concerning me line up. And I'm not asking you, but I'm commanding you. And if you bold enough, command it in the name of the Lord to line up and take its rightful place. We're not going to deal with the same stuff that we've been dealing with all year long and taking it to 2024. We're not going to be feeling these same ways that we've been feeling all year. We're not going to be ups and down and topsy-turvy. No, line up. And as I stated earlier, I make no apologies for my spiritual being and my spiritual anointing. Listen, some of us, I'm just telling you like God has given it to me on tonight. Tonight is a spiritual night. Some of us are going through some turmoil, naturally so, because there are some things spiritually so we need to get in line. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm telling the truth to shame the devil. Some of the stuff that we are going through naturally, and I say we because we in this together. I'm not going to leave you out there by yourself. Some of the crises and the challenges and the obstacles of life that we're going through, naturally so, it is because our spirit man is so out of order. It's out of whack. It's not lining up. Somewhere we fell off. And I'll be the first to testify. I have been so busy really trying to prepare to kick off Women with Purpose, life purpose coaching. I've been really trying to kick it off, getting ready. January 1. I mean, I've been introducing it to you all, for the last couple of months, and you see it's on the website and blah, blah, blah. And I've been spending so much time dotting I's, crossing T's, meeting with other coaches, meeting with other therapists, meeting with other business partners, meeting with trying to make it right, because this is it, right? I'm trying to line my calling up, God, to what you want me to do. And I've been doing this and doing that and meeting and this and that and spending so much time on the computer and fixing this site up and making it easy for clients to come in to just push a button and boom, book some time with me. I've been doing all of the right things, right? I've been doing all of what I need to do. That's not a bad thing, to get my business going and get things in place and line things up, right? That's not a bad thing. But I found myself doing so much of that I was lacking. I was lacking in having to remember. Did I read my Bible today? Did I have my real morning devotion today? I mean, there's always a song in my heart that's just me. I love singing. But have I been giving him the real devotion like I was before I went ahead and accepted this particular part of my life? And today it hit me, like I told you earlier, when I jumped up and started working and I went right away to doing this, and I said, stop, hold on, wait a minute. And I had to go and backtrack, and I had to give God some time, because I was lacking in that. because I didn't forget about it, but I just was trying to dot it, other I's and cross other T's. And we've all been there. And I'm not too big or too proud to say that, to be transparent with you. But today it came to me. Hold on. Wait a minute, sister. Time out. How do you expect me to bless this, which yes, I did give you, but you not blessing me? You're not, you didn't forgot about when you first get up in the morning, you read your Bible. You give me time. You do this, you do that. And again, it wasn't like on purpose. I wasn't trying. I was like, oh God, I wasn't trying to forget about you. But I was so eager to make my next move and getting the life coaching right started, because everything is falling into place. And what came to me was, God, I don't want anything to not fall into place. I don't want anything to fall out of place because I'm forgetting my first love. I'm forgetting now that I got my blessing. I'm forgetting. No, 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 no. We're not gonna do that. I stopped. I dropped everything that I had, and I went back. And it was like I started my whole day over. And I got my devotion time in. I got my word time in, my study time in. I got my song in. I got as I was being able to then move and shift and get to breakfast, my whole house was just full of worship and praise. And after I did that, then I was able to get my dance on to "The Storm Is Passing Over." And the next part of that song says, "It won't be long." So I'm telling you, I'm talking to you today. Do your first work over so that you can get through this storm, so that this storm can pass. The worst kind of test to have is a test that you got to do over. Let me say that again, and I'm about to close. The worst kind of test to take is one you've already taken, and now you got to take it over. I'm not great at I have to. I am one when it comes to tests. I have to do all of the ABCs and the writing down and the go study for 16 hours and a half, So once I get through a test, I won't have to take it over. So dot your I's, cross your T's, so you don't have to take this test again. So you don't find yourself back here again. So you don't find yourself wondering, why am I still dealing with this health challenge when I thought I rebuked it before? So you don't have to be concerned about your financial status when I thought I put it in its place before. So that you don't have to deal with your mental state when you thought you put it in check before. Dot your I's, cross your T's. Make sure your spiritual life is in line so God can help you with some of the natural things in life that you are dealing with. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know, and I'm talking to you, not just to be saying something, but I'm saying it to you as a witness. I've been in the place when I thought everything was going right. I've been in a place where I could not understand why I was going through this, that, and the other, until I had to fall back on my knees and ask God to clear up anything that was not right between me and Him first, so that when I prayed, when I put it before God, when I start speaking those things that be not as though they were, when I start putting things in line according to his word, I wouldn't have any hindrances. You don't want any hindrances when you trying to get a prayer through. You don't want any hindrances, any disruptions, any unconnected line, unconnected sources when you trying to get somewhere and go somewhere in life. And I'm here to tell you, today is it's a spiritual warfare encouragement, empowerment session today. Get yourself back in line. Don't go out of this year and into the new year dealing with the same old stuff. The storm is passing over. Make that your claim. Prepare yourself for the victory. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Next Monday, next Monday will be the day, or it'll be Christmas, I think, right? I'm not sure if we'll be on Christmas. I may do something, or I may do something before. But prepare yourself as we go out of this year. You're going to hear more about Women with Purpose, the podcast. You're going to hear more about Women with Purpose, our conference that's coming up next year. That's already in line and already set to go. You all know we open any of you to sow seed into the initiative. Everything we do is to keep going and to offer services to women everywhere. And I am grateful to say that when I say everywhere, this line has been open to everywhere. And I have been witnessing and talking and coaching women from everywhere because of you all, because of Women with Purpose. And so thank you for all that you have done all this year. Thank you for many of you have already sown. Many of you have already said, here, we really believe in what you are doing. And they've Cash App. And so we appreciate that. And the Cash App is $ WWP Level Up. WWP Level Up. And so if it's in your heart to do that, feel free at all to go right ahead. There's no set amount or whatever, but every dollar helps. Right now, all things are going toward our conference for next year. All finances are going to registration and getting the wonderful things. You all are going to have T-shirts and tumblers and ink pens and all kind of stuff, magnets. Oh my God! Actually, I don't even want to get into it. I don't want to get into it until the next time you all see me. But so much is happening. The podcast is coming up. I believe I got it set for January 15th, the first podcast. So those of you who are podcasters, you'll be able to join us on podcast. Those of you who just want to keep up with us on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, you'll be able to do that. But God is just opening doors. And the wider He opened, I told Him my heart is willing to go right on in. So thank you for allowing this to happen. Thank you for helping me to be obedient to what God has allowed me to do. I love you all. Have a great and wonderful Monday night. Good night.